Um, our Lions.
Man, oh man.
So, the young man, I want to call his name. What's the young man that got hurt?
Maurice
Yeah.
Norris, right?
Yeah. He got hurt. He went down with a blow to the head.
Yeah, concussion. It was ruled.
Yep. And luckily he's back at practice. He's just in concussion protocol
Amen.
now. Because it looked like it could have been something much more serious at the time. So much so that they didn't run another play from the time that he was carted off the field.
Like the last 12 minutes?
Yeah. It was like almost the entire fourth quarter. So it's good to know that he is back at practice. He's good to go. He's just in concussion protocol. Once he can clear concussion protocol, he can resume football activities. But that does bring me to the Lions injury situation. And I don't want to belabor it because it's become such a topic of conversation. There's many different schools of thought as to why we are in the injury conundrum that we are in. We talked about it off the air, but Dan Skipper said that he believes that we could be cursed. I don't believe I don't believe that. I mean, I believe that you can be cursed. I don't believe that that's what the situation is here.
Oh, okay. So Bobby Lane ain't came back.
No, I don't believe that this has anything to do with Bobby Lane. I do believe that this is entirely procedural. And it has to do with the physical nature of the camps.
Okay.
I told you I read an article on the One Pride website. So again, it's not necessarily fair and impartial journalism going on that website. They're entirely in the bag for the Lions.
Right.
And essentially they're taking the bad luck route approach as well.
Come on, man. That's just kind of.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's not bad luck 3 years in a row. It's not. We got 8 people on the injury report already. Now, in fairness, 2 of them are Malcolm Rodriguez and Aleem McNeil.
Right, the carryovers.
From last year.
Carryovers.
But we got 6 people on there already in camp. And it's not because we cursed. They not getting hurt because of curses. They getting hurt because of physicality going on inside the camp. And, listen, I hate to bring up the Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs, but they have been to, I believe, 4 out of the last 5 Super Bowls.
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of the standard.
They're the gold standard. They don't run a physical training camp. As a matter of fact, they don't do inter-squad practices. And when asked, Andy Reid said, when asked why they don't do inter-squad practices, Andy Reid said because they can get too physical. He don't want his guys hurt. He also plays his guys in the preseason a few reps.
Mm-hmm.
If you want some physicality in camp, get it against the other team.
How's that record looking in September?
His record, he's got a historically great record in September. Him, particularly with Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is like one of the historically good early in the year. But we do have to change our methodology, though. I was reading this week, man, and I read an interesting scientific fact. 99.9% of all living things that have ever lived on the earth are now extinct. And, survival of the fittest is adaptation to change.
Yes.
You have to adapt.
Darwinism there for you folks.
A little bit of science. But you have to adapt. I'm like, it's not that I'm saying that you need to overhaul everything that you do, but you have to adapt. You got to continue to adapt if you're going to. And I like Dan Campbell. I really do. I think that he's the best coach that they've had in my lifetime. But and I think that if we don't have 24 people on injured reserve last year, we win the Super Bowl.
Right. And he's not above criticism.
No.
But he can, but there comes to a degree as you elevate high level criticism.
Correct. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like there's a degree of high level criticism when you're competitive that you can't run from.
Exactly. Yeah. Success and failure. Like they're the two most difficult things in life to deal with.
Amen.
You got to deal with the success and the failure. Like we at a level of success now where you like, hey man, we doing great. We doing our thing. You know, we won 15 games. I'm telling you, we are bad injuries away from winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
If we can find a way to get our injury situation under control, I believe we could win the Super Bowl now because I think we flying under the radar. You know, the Lions being disrespected all over the place.
Mm.
Man,
win-loss total predictions coming down.
Man, listen, people got Green Bay all over the place winning the division. I'm seeing all kinds of Green Bay predictions to win the division. I'm hearing people say that within the next couple of years, Caleb Williams, of all people, is going to be the best quarterback in the division. I'm seeing Jared Goff slotted in at ninth best quarterback. And nobody over the past 3 years has thrown more touchdown passes than Jared Goff.
Nobody.
And I'm seeing him slotted in as low as ninth best quarterback in the NFL. I mean, we being disrespected all over the place. This is the perfect time. We flying under the radar. We being disrespected all over the place. But it's going to be over before it starts if we have a bad injury situation. Yeah. And, you know, that injury, on, Friday night. And again, I'm glad that the young man is back at practice and just in concussion protocol.
Mm-hmm.
But that did kind of crystallize our injury issues and the injury issues that we've had over the past 3 years. But I'll take your thoughts on it, man. And how you feeling about the Lions in general this preseason and the injury situation? Do you think we're cursed? Do you agree with Dan Skipper? you think we cursed?
I don't think the Lions are cursed. I think
that almost made me laugh.
I think Lions fans are cursed.
So the injuries are just another way to punish the fans?
I think
that's an interesting way to look at it, actually.
I mean, I think like the kind of like new term that the youngins use for dealing with adverse situations or just disagreements in general is cope.
Yeah.
So that's how I've just come to cope. Like, if you choose to endure,
yeah,
there's some suffering that comes with it. And if you want to view that as a curse, then I mean, by all means. This is something that we've talked about last year.
Yeah.
Towards the, latter part of the season.
Yep.
When it was just starting to become really obvious that this was unsustainable.
Yeah. No
like
doubt.
we were coping.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
With some hoping.
Yep.
But if you're sensible enough and watched enough, of any competitive sports, you just kind of know when you're starting to run out of bodies.
Yeah.
And especially when you're talking like important bodies. Like I remember we were talking about, it's going to come a time where you're going to need one of those guys to make a play against the other team's guy.
Yep.
And we won't have those guys available to make that play.
Nope.
And, we ran into that guy in Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, we did.
And he turned into a video game on the field. And that's not to take anything away from Jaden Daniels. He's great.
Yeah.
But damn, bro, the very next week, he looked like a football player that a playoff level team game planned for.
I mean, we had guys off the couch, though,
right,
playing on defense.
Exactly.
Like if you try to do that against a top tier quarterback, he's going to make you look like you just brought guys in off the couch.
Right. But again, it's still, as a Lions fan, you watch that, you feel cursed.
Yeah. Oh man, you
15-2.
Yeah, right. Home
Just
field advantage, off the bye week.
I mean, just to get throttled like that at the crib.
Oh man, I was sitting there.
Prime time.
Yeah.
All of my cousins and aunts and uncles on my mother's side is from like the Northern Virginia DMV area. So I just had to deal with just all of that shit. Go Commanders. Like, that don't even sound right. Beat it. Like, all of that. Like, I had to hear that just. So yeah, Lions fans are cursed. The Lions are navigating how to make high level winning adjustments as a real legit contender for a title.
Yeah.
Now, if we just start getting stupid and like you say, nothing changes. And my thing, and I think we spoke about it either last week or the week prior. Like, my thing is, we got to get a playoff win this year. Like, get a playoff win. Like, let's get back to another playoff win. Let's get back there to the baseline.
Man, that ain't enough.
Like, no, that
ain't enough, man.
To me, that beat down last year was so bad that we need to come out the gate with a first round smashing.
Yeah.
And then now, Dan Campbell, can we get it? Can we get to the whole dance? Can we get to the game? Like, the game. But I don't think we can even talk about getting to the game until we get back on the winning side of the playoffs. Like, because that game last year just like really, really, really left a bad taste in my mouth. Like, really bad. Like, I felt like that game took us like almost 5 steps back.
Yeah. No, that was yeah. I just hope everybody in the facility got a nasty taste in their mouth after that one. So yeah, man, that's all I really got on the Lions, man. Man, we got 2 more preseason games. As far as I know, we're gonna stick to the program.
Are we gonna even entertain? I don't really have to about the quarterback situation. It's
what quarterback situation?
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was just making sure we was on the same
You
page.
talking about these 2 scrubs that we got?
I wasn't trying to. I just figured was that just something we was both mutually choosing to just say,
because
we got fans that may be like, hey man, what about Hendon Hooker? Like, if you ask
what about Hendon? What about
Hooker? That's how I feel about
There's
Hendon
nothing
Hooker.
about Hendon Hooker.
I just was doing my
Hendon
due diligence.
Hooker is a bum.
I'm the people's champ, man. I was just trying to make sure
I appreciate
we was touching all the
Hendon Hooker. No disrespect, bro. I'm sure you can play quarterback in the grand scheme of people, but in terms of the NFL, no, bro. Y'all pray for Jared Goff. That's it. If Jared Goff goes down, we really are cursed. The fans are really cursed because we don't have any other options.
And there you have it.